but you want to say a few words?
Firstly, always brought your head high. We took a shot at success and we came short, unfortunately. We rolled the dice, man.
Like run over.
Yeah.
What was the difference tonight?
You never underestimate your opponent. You never underestimate your opponent. And credit to him and his team.
Where's the talk?
Do you think you underestimated?
It's not a press conference.
Anthony Joshua's boxing career reached a new low in what many are calling the worst night of his professional life. Despite suffering only 4 losses in 32 fights, none of the previous defeats were as chaotic and disheartening as this one. Even in his infamous loss to Alexander Usyk, where he stormed out of the ring after picking up Usyk's belts, the atmosphere wasn't as bleak. Unfortunately, this fight marked what could be the end of Anthony Joshua's storied career. During the post-fight press conference, Joshua hinted at his retirement, saying, "It's good to know when to say goodbye. I don't really know, but I think it's now." With this decision, the long-awaited showdown between Tyson Fury...
Nice, but Joshua, one more question. And tomorrow, people are going to be saying all the things that they said after your previous defeats.
We can't
How
worry
do you
about
handle
what people
that?
and Anthony Joshua, a fight fans had been eagerly anticipating, may never happen. Before this fight, analysts examined Joshua's professional record, finding confidence in the fact that the former 2-time world champion had never lost to a fellow Brit. However, this embarrassing defeat not only shattered that record, but also marked the first time Joshua quit a fight this early. At 35 years old, Joshua is now at the age he had previously mentioned as his likely retirement point, adding weight to his decision. The consequences of this night extend beyond Joshua's career. His retirement mirrors the impact of Deontay Wilder stepping away, which led to the cancellation of the highly anticipated Wilder vs. Joshua fight. Similarly, Joshua's exit could jeopardize the long-discussed Battle of Britain with Tyson Fury. Fans are left disappointed.
It's about how you see yourself. Thank you guys, yeah?
Thank you for the time. Thank you for a great fight.
Knowing this career-defining clash may never see the light of day, further amplifying the significance of Joshua's decision to retire. The highly anticipated Tyson Fury vs. Alexander Usyk fight brought another devastating chapter for Anthony Joshua. The Watford native entered the bout brimming with confidence, supported by a roaring crowd of 96,000 at Wembley Stadium, eager to see him crowned a 3-time world champion. However, the night delivered a starkly different outcome. Anthony Joshua's career has been a roller-coaster journey. After suffering back-to-back losses to Usyk,
The third time. 30 more title fights. Not everyone's been successful, but everyone's been fun and entertaining. We're trying to create history for British boxing, and I think we're doing that.
Joshua appeared to be regaining form with 4 consecutive wins, signaling a resurgence. Unfortunately, his recent performance indicates another downward spiral. The man who reclaimed championship belts after losing them twice fell short in his latest attempt to secure them for a 3rd time. Despite giving his best effort, Joshua was betrayed by his chin, repeatedly floored by Daniel Dubois until he could no longer continue. Retirement is no longer a distant possibility for Joshua, it seems to be an imminent reality. Without another reign in the heavyweight division, the path to a title fight now demands a series of tune-up bouts against lower-tier opponents. Experts estimate...
And also I appreciate all the press, media, the fans out here. I thank them for you guys. I'm sure you guys will let them know we appreciate it.
Joshua would need 4 or 5 such fights to return to title contention, a process requiring more than a year. Unfortunately, time is not on his side. Turning 35 in just a month, Joshua faces an uphill battle against both his age and competition. In a recent appearance on The Jonathan Ross Show, Joshua reflected on his career, hinting at retirement while discussing potential opponents. The dream of another championship run is fading, leaving fans wondering if they've witnessed the last of Joshua in the ring as a top-tier competitor. Anthony Joshua has long hinted at 35 as the age he envisions for retirement. As he turns 35 this October, he recently shared his thoughts on his future, stating, "I'm thinking another 2 years or so if my body holds out. I've set up certain businesses that I can transition into naturally, which don't rely on me being at the forefront."
Yes, and probably asking, do I still want to continue fighting? Of course I want to continue fighting.
Yeah.
That's what I said is, we took a shot at success and we came up short.
Joshua's next fight is tentatively scheduled for September, although he was initially hoping to return to the ring in June. "I've got some time to go on dates now and mingle a little bit," Joshua joked, adding, "I'm training at the minute. I've got 2 months before I get into training camp." For now, he's been advised to be patient as Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk prepare to battle for all the belts. "Once that's done, hopefully I can kick down the door and get my opportunity," Joshua said optimistically. By the time Joshua retires, he may finally face either Fury or Usyk for the heavyweight titles, a fitting conclusion to his storied career. Back in 2024, Joshua had already committed to at least one more fight. The boxing world is eager to see him face one of these elite fighters before hanging up his gloves. For Joshua, ending his career as a 3-time
And what does that mean now? We're going to run away. We're going to live to fight another day. And that's what I'm a warrior. And also, before I finish,
heavyweight champion would be the ultimate dream, not just for himself, but for any fighter. Eddie Hearn, Joshua's longtime promoter, once confidently predicted that Joshua would retire no earlier than 2026. Before Joshua's loss to Daniel Dubois, Hearn believed his fighter was destined for another championship reign. "Anthony is fighting for legacy and greatness," Hearn said. "If he wins in September and beats Fury or Usyk to become undisputed, then what else do you do? It could even be next year. Who knows?" Hearn acknowledged that Joshua's future would depend on his performance and health. "He'll want to continue while he's performing, and right now, he's the best ever. He wants legacy." However, Joshua's recent defeat to Dubois may have
to give credit to our opponent as well, Daniel. Even though when I sign up to fight opponents, I don't really like him in my head.
shifted those expectations, as Hearn himself admitted. Though the road ahead is uncertain, Joshua's contribution to boxing is undeniable. From his professional debut in 2013 to his 2 reigns as world champion, Joshua has inspired millions with his resilience, skill, and sportsmanship. Whether or not he achieves another title, his legacy in the sport is firmly secured. Greatness is always the goal, but Anthony Joshua also values delivering strong performances. Eddie Hearn had long admitted that Daniel Dubois, the 25-year-old Queensberry heavyweight, would be a dangerous matchup for Joshua. Dubois had positioned himself as a frontrunner for the IBF heavyweight title and a potential opponent for Joshua, especially if the title became vacant.
But now it's time. I take my hat off to him and say well done to him and his team. And also thank you to my team as well.
"He's a dangerous fighter," Hearn said. "He's always been a good, strong fighter, and now he's maturing as a man with massive confidence. It was a good win against Hrgovic. I didn't expect him to win that, and now he's in position to fight for the world heavyweight title. It's a dangerous fight between 2 Brits." Hearn also noted the potential appeal of staging a Joshua Dubois bout at Wembley, depending on discussions with key stakeholders. Coming off a second-round knockout victory over Francis Ngannou in March, Joshua had extended his winning streak to 4. Hearn backed him to recapture his belts, stating, "He's in the best physical and mental condition of his career so far, and at the moment he beats everyone in the sport." However, what transpired was the exact opposite of Hearn's prediction. Daniel Dubois, the IBF heavyweight title holder, stunned Joshua at Wembley, flooring him 4 times in 5 rounds. Dubois dominated the fight, and although Joshua had a brief moment of success, landing 3 to...
The way they prepared me, there was a few mistakes in there. That's the name of the game. Fine margins can cost you at the top level. So thank you.
terrific right hands, it wasn't enough. Dubois responded with 2 powerful punches that sent Joshua crashing face-first to the canvas, ending his dreams of becoming a 3-time heavyweight champion. Dubois' emphatic win, achieved after just 59 seconds of the 5th round, sent shockwaves through the division. "Are you not entertained?" screamed an ecstatic Dubois, now 22-2, as he celebrated his monumental victory. Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk were both ringside, just months ahead of their December rematch in Saudi Arabia. Dubois' victory has reshaped the heavyweight division, leaving questions about Joshua's future. While he displayed heart and determination, he never fully recovered from a disastrous start, and his aspirations for another championship run have become increasingly uncertain. In front of an electrified crowd at Wembley Stadium, Daniel Dubois embraced the uncustomary role of the challenger, walking to the ring first as the reigning title holder. Earlier in the night, Hamza Shiraz halted Tyler Denny, setting the stage for Dubois' clash with Anthony Joshua. Dubois opened strong, landing a hard right hand and stepping in behind his powerful jab. Joshua responded with a solid right hand of his own, but Dubois retaliated with a crushing right uppercut that staggered the former Olympic champion. As Joshua tried to stay composed, Dubois stormed forward, landing a big right that floored Joshua and stunned the crowd into silence. Joshua appeared heavy-legged and resorted to holding on as Dubois continued to press, thudding a jab into Joshua's head. Confident and in charge, Dubois displayed poise under pressure, a marked contrast to earlier criticisms of his temperament. His jab proved decisive, out-timing and outlanding Joshua in crucial exchanges. By the second round, Joshua's attempts to regain control fell short, though he landed a solid shot.
All good? Yeah. Thank you guys again, much appreciated. God bless everyone.
Late in the round, Dubois remained unfazed, storming forward again in the third. His jab and double jab dictated the pace, while his long shots and lead right hand kept Joshua on the defensive. Joshua, visibly struggling to find his rhythm, sought an opening with his right uppercut, but failed to turn the tide. Dubois' relentless pressure and precision punches left Joshua outmatched and on the back foot, signaling a decisive shift in the heavyweight division. On a night reminiscent of Anthony Joshua's iconic 2017 bout with Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley, history repeated itself in a far less triumphant way. In 2017, Joshua recovered after being knocked down to claim a heroic victory. This time, against Daniel Dubois, the conclusion was starkly different. As the first round concluded, Dubois lashed forward with powerful, meaty shots, forcing Joshua onto jittery legs that lurched him backward into the ropes. Sensing the moment, Dubois unleashed a relentless assault, crashing in punches with both hands. Joshua, covering up against the ropes, couldn't withstand the onslaught. A glove touched the canvas, triggering a count, but referee Marcus McDonnell allowed the bout to continue. Dubois seized the opportunity, showing no mercy. By the fourth round, Joshua had still not fully recovered. Dubois came out firing, landing heavy shots that sent Joshua down again. When Joshua slipped to the canvas shortly after, many in the crowd thought the fight was over. However, the former champion made it back to his feet, clinging desperately to his chances of becoming a three-time heavyweight champion. Though visibly groggy, Joshua relied on sheer grit and courage to grapple his way through the round. Taking massive shots, he somehow survived the tumultuous fourth round, refusing to quit despite being floored in the first, second, and fourth rounds. "Warrior spirit," said Joshua's coach, Ben Davison, as he tried to rally his fighter between rounds. 100%, replied Joshua, as his coach Ben Davison urged him to mix it up. Joshua looked sharp at the start of the fifth round, landing a huge right hand that wobbled Dubois. He followed it up with a couple more powerful shots, momentarily gaining momentum. But as Joshua grew greedy, Dubois countered with a devastating right hand of his own. Moments later, Dubois unleashed another brutal right, a finishing blow that will stand the test of time, earning its place alongside the iconic punches of Jack Johnson, Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano, George Foreman, and Mike Tyson. Joshua pitched face first to the canvas. Referee Marcus McDonnell counted him out as the Wembley crowd erupted in shock and awe at the raw violence they had witnessed. The bout transformed into a heavyweight shootout for the ages. The 27-year-old Dubois, with just 90 professional rounds under his belt and previous losses to Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk, stunned the boxing world by defeating Joshua in such emphatic fashion. Dubois not only shook up Joshua, but also disrupted the entire heavyweight division, leaving fans and analysts scrambling to reassess the landscape. What do you think of Anthony Joshua's decision to retire at this point in his career? Should he give it one last shot, or is it time for him to hang up the gloves? How do you rate his performance against Daniel Dubois? Share your thoughts in the comments section. For the latest updates, news, and moments in boxing, subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications to stay connected. Until next time, peace out.